Naoya Inoue remains undefeated against arguably his toughest challenge yet. For the first time in his career, he got knocked down. Even though he won, fans all noticed one thing which absolutely scares them: that Inoue might retire. Let's take a look at the speculations about Inoue's possible retirement and what could be next. Naoya Inoue, one of the world's top fighters, faced a tough challenge against Luis Nery. In a surprising turn of events, Inoue was knocked down by a powerful punch from Nery in the first round, but that didn't stop him.
Straight right hand. Didn't really put a whole lot of torque on it, just snapped it, and it had that type of effect.
And then it's there. I turned to you and said, Timmy, what's going to be the finishing shot here? Right as I paused, he sent the right hands.
Despite experiencing his first knockdown in his 12-year career, Inoue fought back fiercely. He managed to knock down Nery in the 2nd and 5th rounds. Then, in the 6th round, he delivered a devastating right hook, securing victory. After the fight, still in the ring, Inoue shared his thoughts through a translator. He expressed gratitude for the knockdown, saying it motivated him. He also thanked Nery for the opportunity to fight at the Tokyo Dome. Inoue mentioned, "I don't remember what my dad told me during intermission, but that happening gave me motivation, and I remained so focused until the end of the fight." With his consistent dominance in his current weight class, fans are eager to see Inoue move up to the featherweight division. In an earlier statement, he hinted at making the transition by the end of this year, but emphasized that it would only happen when he feels ready. Following his impressive victory, former bantamweight champion Paul Butler shared his thoughts on Inoue's weight division choice. Butler, who was Inoue's last opponent in the bantamweight division, believes that if Inoue hesitates to move up to the featherweight class, it's because he prefers comfort over facing tougher challenges. Inoue became undisputed in the bantamweight division at the age of 31 after defeating Butler in December 2022. He then moved up to the super bantamweight division, where he achieved another undisputed title last year by defeating Marlon Tapales. This made him only the 3rd boxer, alongside Terrence Crawford and Claressa Shields, to achieve this feat in the era of 4-belt championships. Butler thinks that Inoue might be hesitant to move to featherweight because he would face tougher opponents who could potentially defeat him and diminish his reputation. Staying in the super bantamweight division, where it's safer, might be Inoue's way of avoiding such outcomes. Butler added, "Eventually, size will beat him. And that's the case with Loma. You're treating greatness that much that eventually size will become a big part in the fight." Inoue skillfully avoided a couple of punches in the middle of the 4th round of their intense match at Tokyo Dome. With his left arm down, he motioned towards his face with his right hand as he confidently stepped towards the center of the ring. When Nery got too close, Inoue struck with a powerful right, leading to a brief exchange where both fighters stood face to face. Inoue then dropped his arms, shrugged slightly, and tapped his chin once more, almost challenging Nery to attack, much to the crowd's delight. However, Nery wisely refrained from taking the bait. Despite their physical closeness, the momentum of the fight kept them worlds apart. Inoue showcased his mastery of both combat and showmanship, retaining his undisputed super bantamweight title with a 6th-round TKO victory over Nery on Monday night. Reflecting on the fight during a post-match press conference, Inoue described it as competitive, acknowledging that he was knocked down in the 1st round, but ultimately secured the victory with a knockout. Despite facing the first knockdown of his career early in the match, Inoue remained resilient as Nery aggressively sought to capitalize on the moment. However, Inoue weathered the storm and even smiled as he returned to his corner. "I'm fueled by challenges like this," he remarked after the fight, emphasizing the intensity of the match. "It was an electrifying showdown, and I'm thankful for the opportunity to fight Nery at Tokyo Dome." Inoue shared that rather than shaking him, the unexpected knockdown actually helped him refocus. "I was a bit jittery in the beginning," he admitted, "but it helped me settle down afterwards." In the match, Inoue sent Nery to the canvas with a left hand in the 2nd round and repeated the feat with another left in the 5th. The decisive blow came in the 6th round with a powerful right punch that sent Nery tumbling backward into the ropes before hitting the ground. The referee promptly stopped the fight without a count. Inoue characterized the bout as a tough contest, mentioning his initial nerves. He reiterated that it was competitive. Inoue's dominant performance once again solidified his status as one of boxing's top pound-for-pound fighters, a position he has held in many major rankings, trailing only undisputed welterweight champion Terence Crawford. It also showcased his continued dominance in the super bantamweight division, hinting that his reign may endure until he decides to pursue new challenges. As the monster Inoue continues to excel, the remaining questions revolve around his next moves and whether there exists a challenger capable of halting his momentum. Notably, Inoue hasn't fought a full 12 rounds since 2019, when he secured a unanimous decision victory over Nonito Donaire in the bantamweight division. The fact that Nery was the first to knock him down underscores Inoue's remarkable resilience and skill. Rai Casimero, Inoue's rival, also paid close attention to the fight.
Well, Sam Goodman, you've just got in the ring there with Naoya Inoue after he beat Luis Nery. What are your feelings right now seeing that and hearing what he just said?
Look, I didn't understand a word he just said. It was all Japanese, but look, I seen enough in the fight to know I can do what I need to do to win that fight. Look, it's a massive opportunity for me. It's something very exciting. So look, I'm on his radar. Of course, he's on mine. He's got all the belts. Let's get it on.
Final words?
Let's get it on. Let's make it happen.
It seems Sam Goodman is up next to challenge Inoue. Goodman holds the #1 contender spot for the IBF and WBO titles and is ranked 7th by the WBC in the super bantamweight category. He was present at the fight and even stepped into the ring after Inoue's victory over Nery. In front of the crowd, Inoue expressed his interest in defending his titles against Goodman, aiming for a match around September. Goodman, an Australian boxer with an undefeated record of 18-0, voiced his readiness for the challenge, emphasizing that he's been the mandatory challenger for a year, and it's time for Inoue to either defend his belts or face him in the ring. Given Inoue's reputation as a dominant force in boxing, it's unlikely he will shy away from facing Goodman. The native of Zama, Kanagawa Prefecture, has established himself as one of the sport's top contenders. Inoue's return to Tokyo Dome marked a significant moment for boxing in Japan, reminiscent of the historic Tyson versus Douglas fight in 1990. Inoue's grand entrance, accompanied by pyrotechnics and a live guitar performance, set the stage for an electrifying showdown. Throughout the fight, he showcased his skill by controlling the match and delivering powerful punches while dodging Nery's attacks. The crowd's response was overwhelmingly supportive of Inoue, with some expressing disdain for Nery due to past controversies. Nery's history of doping and weight issues led to his ban from fighting in Japan, resulting in boos from the audience upon his return. Inoue's performance not only lived up to the hype, but also demonstrated his ability to draw a large audience, with over 40,000 attendees at the venue and many more watching worldwide. This success may silence critics who suggest Inoue should compete more frequently abroad, as his popularity and drawing power remains strong close to home. Legendary boxing promoter Bob Arum shared his thoughts on Inoue's future in boxing during a news conference before the fight in Yokohama. Arum, whose company helped promote the event, emphasized that Inoue is a massive draw in Japan and that the country has become a hub for boxing in lighter weight divisions worldwide. He dismissed the idea of Inoue fighting outside Japan, stating it would be unwise given his popularity and success at home. However, Arum did mention the possibility of Inoue fighting in Saudi Arabia, if the financial incentives were right. He hinted at the potential for big money matchups in the future, possibly in different weight classes. In terms of weight divisions, Inoue might consider moving up to featherweight after his next fight. He has already achieved success in 4 different weight classes and is one of the few fighters to unify titles in multiple divisions. Arum mentioned the need to assess Inoue's power at higher weights and indicated that Inoue's team prefers him to stay at super bantamweight for the time being. Looking ahead, Arum suggested potential matchups with featherweight champions like IBF title holder Luis Lopez. But for now, Inoue's focus remains on his upcoming bout with Goodman, with negotiations underway. Inoue expressed his desire to make adjustments and prepare for his next fight, showing his commitment to continuous improvement and success in the ring.